I'm going to show you everything you need to know about Anchor protocol. I'm going to explain what it is, why it is important for your broader crypto strategy, and how you can get started. Don't worry, I'll have timestamps for all the different sections, so feel free to jump around to the ones you're most interested. But if you're not familiar with Anchor, I would recommend you watching it all the way through. I have tailored the content of this video to be very beginner friendly in the crypto space. So if you're already aware of some of the things, feel free to jump around to the section you're interested in. Hey everyone, my name is Karthik. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this channel, I talk about crypto, making money online, passive income, and financial freedom. If this sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing. Before we get started, all the content of this channel are for education purposes only. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure to do your own research before you invest in anything. With that out of the way, what is Anchor protocol? Anchor is a decentralized high-interest savings account where your stablecoins can earn roughly about 20% annually. Just an overview, stablecoins are cryptocurrencies where the value of each coin is linked to its fiat counterpart. So in the Terra ecosystem, we have something called TerraUSD, or in the short form is UST. It's the stablecoin in the Terra ecosystem. So if you have $1,000 worth of USD, the value of it will roughly be the same as 1,000 US dollars. So traditional banks pay interest when you hold your money in a savings account. So some of them call themselves a high interest savings account, but the interest they offer would be laughable at around 0.05%. And if you look at the stock market, the average yield in stock market is about 5 to 10%, again, annually. Now consider that with what Anchor has to offer. So Anchor is offering roughly about 20%. So that comes to 400 times what your traditional banks are offering. So that's a significant number. And exactly the reason why you should understand everything about Anchor protocol. Anchor's interest rate is relatively stable, and similar to any bank, with Anchor protocol, your principal is protected. That doesn't mean in the crypto space there aren't any risks, specifically in Anchor. There are some risks. We'll talk about those risks in the later part of the video. So how Anchor works, a small overview. So Anchor functions very similar to a traditional bank. With traditional banks, what do? You open a savings account and you deposit your money for earning a set interest rate. And similar to that, you can consider this as your bank account page, and you'll be able to deposit your money in the Earn tab. To interact with Anchor protocol, you will need to have a TerraStation wallet installed. If you don't have a TerraStation wallet installed, I have a separate video for that. I'll link it up, or I'll leave the link in the description. If you don't have it, make sure you go watch that video, set your TerraStation wallet, and then you can come back to this. Okay, just like a traditional bank, with Anchor protocol, you could borrow money. In Anchor, you'll need to put up some collateral to borrow money. So let's say if you have in the traditional market, in the traditional bank, if you have an asset, a house, you could put that as collateral and take a loan out using that asset. You can do that with Anchor, but for now, at least for now, the assets you can use to borrow money in Anchor protocol is Ethereum and Luna. We'll talk about what is bonded Ethereum, what is the bonded means in this a little later. But just know that for now, in Anchor protocol, you can borrow against your Ethereum and Luna if you have some, if you want to do so. Anchor is working towards opening up more assets. Like in the future, we can borrow against Bitcoin, Solana, etc. So these are the two important tabs in the Anchor protocol: Earn and Borrow. So Earn is used to deposit your money that you want to earn 20% interest on, approximately, and then Borrow, you use it to borrow money from the protocol if you have a collateral, and you can put the collateral up. So this is a very short overview of both Earn and Borrow tabs. In the later section of the videos, or in different videos, I'll go deep on each of these and how you can specifically benefit from the Borrow feature. And yes, Borrow feature does come with its risks, but if you know how to manage it, you can minimize the risk and keep your assets safe. So if you're interested in watching that video, let me know in the comment section below. We're talking about Anchor interest rate. Anchor's interest rate is relatively stable. The governance sets the target percentage. So if Anchor generates more than 20%, which is the target rate, the excess yield goes to the yield reserve. You see, when markets fluctuate, when there are ups and downs, and markets do fluctuate all the time, when the yield generated from by the Anchor protocol is lower than 20%, the yield reserve is used to top up the target yield. So you can be confident that as long as the governance doesn't vote otherwise, the percentage is set at 20, at least for the foreseeable future. So in my personal opinion, Anchor is a game changer for anyone who is planning to be in the crypto space for the long run. Make sure you stick around till the end of the video to hear my strategy with Anchor for the long term. So next important question on everyone's mind: can this high yield sustain for a long time? So 20% seems really good, but can it be sustained over a long time? So theoretically, yes, it could. So if you're in a very long bear market, there is a possibility it could go down. It's not possible to exactly say until when Anchor will be able to sustain this high interest rate. In my opinion, what they're trying to achieve is set up a gold standard in the crypto space, equivalent to a traditional bank. If you look at the early 1900s, banks were offering 15%, 20% interest rate. So gradually that got reduced. Hopefully that doesn't happen with Anchor very soon, and hopefully they'll be able to sustain this high interest rate for a long time. But the key here is to diversify your portfolio. Anchor protocol plays a very key role in people's long-term strategy, and it plays a key role in my strategy as well. With all that said, there are some risks. Crypto always comes with risks, and you should know that. So this is completely operated on smart contracts. So anything that you interact, anything that you do in the Anchor protocol, it's all coded, it's all software codes in the back end. There is no middleman here. So you're directly interacting with the protocol. So that's called smart contracts. And these smart contracts can fail. And when they do fail, there is a possibility that you can lose all or portion of your money. So stable coins, you need to understand that stable coins, although from the name you can see that it will stay stable compared to the fiat counterpart, like if you're talking about USD, it will be a one-to-one peg to the US dollars. But stable coins can also lose its value and have lost its value in the past. So let's say if there is a 10% fluctuation in the stable coin, if you have $1,000 worth of UST, which is the Terra USD stable coin, if there is a 10% fluctuation, then your money would be worth around $900. And the third risk, like with any software system or any websites, hacking is always a key risk that we need to understand, and you need to diversify. That's why. And then with Anchor, there are some insurance options that you can use. With the smart contracts, there are some insurance, and if the pegging goes below, there are separate insurance for those. I'll make detailed videos on this in the future, but for now, know that there are some insurance options that you can make use of to benefit. And the final risk that I want to talk about is that anything with DeFi, decentralized finance, you are the custodian of your wallet. If you watch my other Terra Station setup video, I go in detail on this subject. But basically, to set up a wallet, you'll have some seed phrase. You'll have a unique seed phrase, and you'll have a password. And since you are the custodian of the wallet, you have to make sure you keep that information very secure. And there are there could be additional layer of risks that you will have to personally think about when you look at that particular scenario. So how do you mitigate these risks? How do you reduce these risks? So like I said, there are some insurance options available within Anchor. You can leverage those. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. Personally, I sure won't be able to sleep well at night with all these risks, but I'm glad that these insurance options are available to take advantage of. So everyone's risk tolerance level is different, so this section is a little tricky to talk about. Nevertheless, I'm going to tell you my strategy and how I reduce the risks. So for the hacking, for the custodian, wallet custodian scenario, I use something called a hardware wallet. I use specifically Ledger device, and I make sure that I have strong passwords, and I try to change these passwords very frequently. And finally, the insurance option that I talked about. Hey, if you're finding value from this video, make sure to hit the like button. It helps this channel with the YouTube algorithm. If you like this kind of essential videos where you can learn in depth on one particular topic, make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments what topic you would like me to cover in the next video. Okay, in this section, we are going to jump into the protocol itself. We're going to navigate the page and then try to understand how we can interact better with the Anchor protocol. So before you can do anything with the Anchor protocol, you need two things like we talked about. You need to set up your TerraStation wallet, and then you will need to have some USD transferred into that wallet. So you can purchase USD these days from most of the crypto exchanges, like if you have a Coinbase account, if you're from Canada, if you have a Newton.co account or Wealthsimple, and then if you have Binance account, all these centralized cryptocurrency exchanges these days do have USD, so you can buy directly USD from them and then transfer it into the wallet you have set up. So the second option is you can buy Luna. Again, Luna is very popular. It's available to purchase from all the centralized exchanges. You can buy Luna and then send the Luna to your TerraStation wallet, and then swap the Luna for some USD. So once you have enough USD in your wallet, when you come here, you should be able to see a drop down on this section here, the top right. You click on it, you'll be able to see how much USD you have left. Let's say you have 1000 USD. And then these, once your wallet is connected, you will have the deposit button highlighted. And when you click on it, you should be able to select the amount of USD that you want to deposit and then click submit. You have to pay a small transaction fee, about 20 to maybe 40 cents for each transactions. Personally, I prefer the first method. I buy USD directly from my centralized exchange and I send it to my TerraStation wallet. Make sure to use a test amount to make sure you are receiving the funds properly before sending large sums of amount. Personally, I would test with about $10 to $20 for the first transaction. So here is something that I do every time when I want to explore some new products in the crypto space. So I trust the CoinMarket website. I trust the CoinMarket Cap website. When I'm on here, go to the type in Terra. Once you are on the Terra page, if you click on this website link here, you can be confident that this is the official website of Terra Ecosystem. There are a lot of scams out there. People try to trick you in all different forms and shapes. So you have to be very, very careful every step that you take in the crypto space. You have to be very mindful of what you're doing. So once I'm on the Terra.money, which I know it's the official website, go into the ecosystem tab. I click on see more apps. And then I search for Anchor protocol. So once I click on it, it takes me to the official website. If you need, you can bookmark this page. I would recommend bookmarking this page so you don't mistakenly click on a scam website. As you can see here, the website says it offers better savings. We went through that. If you're interested in reading the white paper, you can go and read the docs. Definitely interesting if you want to understand the technical piece of how Anchor works. So once you're on the Anchor protocol official website, click on the web app. It will then take you to this page here. This is the app of the Anchor protocol. So you can see the dashboard section gives some of the general information about the market right now. So in the protocol, we have about 10 billion USD logged in. Then this is the yield reserve section that we talked about earlier. So if the yield generated from Anchor protocol is lower than the target yield, which is at 20% right now, the percentage will get topped up from here. So last time I checked, this number was about 71 million. So it looks like Anchor is generating less yield. So because of that, they're utilizing the yield reserve to pay the 20% interest to those people who have deposited money in the earn section. Like we saw earlier in the borrow tab, people deposit collateral and borrow against the collateral. The total value of the collateral locked in the protocol is about 4 billion USD as of now. If you go to the My page, here you'll be able to see if you have, once you have connected the wallet and deposited money and started interacting, you'll see more details over here of how much you have deposited, what are the different tokens that you have. Anchor protocol does pay some rewards in Anchor tokens when you stake or when you borrow and do other activities within the protocol. So if you have any claimable rewards, you can claim in this section here. Again, once you start interacting with earn and borrow, you can find the overviews on this section here. So jumping into the earn tab, this is where once you have your wallet connected and once you have some USD deposited in the wallet, you'll see the amount and you'll be able to deposit that amount in this section. And immediately after you start depositing, after you have deposited, you will start earning interest. So the interest is every second in a way, but you get 20% compounded annually. So that's the APY. That's it. It's very simple. You just deposit your money and then you start earning interest. If you want to withdraw your money at any point, you click on the withdraw button and just mention how much you want to withdraw, and you can withdraw it into your wallet first. There are some protocols in Terra Ecosystem which will allow you to spend this money without even having you to move the amount to your bank account. We'll see about those protocols in future videos. With the borrow tab, there are a lot more nuances, so we'll look at that in a separate video. So this is a small overview of what Anchor protocol is and what are the different sections within Anchor protocol and how you can interact with Anchor protocol. Okay, in this section, I want to talk about my particular strategy with Anchor protocol. Financial freedom can mean different things to different people. For me, when I can have enough passive income coming in to cover my monthly expenses, that's financial freedom for me. So for my family, that number is $6,000 per month. And that adds up to $72,000 yearly. So if I have $360,000 saved in Anchor, that is going to give me, with approximate 20%, it's going to give me $72,000. Of course, there are taxes, income taxes, and then the insurance cost and so on that you need to understand. But theoretically, once I hit this 360,000 mark in Anchor protocol, I'll have all my family expenses covered from just the interest rate. If I'm planning to retire on dividend investing strategy, then I would need to a minimum of $1 million or $1.5 million to achieve that target income with 4 to 5% dividend. As you can see with Anchor, the number is only approximately 1/3 or even 1/5, and this means that I can achieve this level a lot more sooner than I would investing in a dividend strategy. So I plan to take profit from my other crypto projects and eventually deposit that money into Anchor and then slowly build this number up to $360,000 or even $400,000 to potentially have all my expenses, family expenses covered from Anchor earnings. So this is my strategy. You do not have to particularly copy my strategy, but I hope this gives you some idea to explore options in the crypto space to build your wealth for financial freedom. And hey, if you appreciate this kind of long form content going in depth on topics, let me know in the comments. I really appreciate that. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for my future videos. I hope you learned something new from this video. If you have any recommendation for any content ideas in the crypto space or anything related to financial freedom, making money online, feel free to share that in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.